starting English language module. Yeah. Hello and welcome to the Banter Blitz show for tonight. Have the sound off there, that's good. Okay, so let's get rolling and play some games. Triacon rope. Okay, so what am I going to do? I don't know. Can I go? Let's do a pre-move. C5, that's reasonable. Probably not so great against b4, but other than that, you can do worse, I guess. Yeah, that is probably going to be a hedgehog, and that's not my favorite kind of opening. But I recognize that my opponent is not playing very quickly, so I will try to be quick myself, because I mean the good thing about the hedgehog is you don't have many options, but it means you can play quickly. Yeah, hello to all of you in the chat. I hope you're all doing fine. What is he doing there? He really feels that he should steamroll me with every pawn that he has. That's a really aggressive way of playing. As mentioned, a good thing about black's position is with so little possibilities, you know what you're going to play. Here we'll go queen b8, queen a8, hope that he blunders e4. If he doesn't, I probably go all the way back. Yeah, we'll see what happens, what Triacon does, but I've got a huge time advantage. I probably should change my camera view. You see my whole shelf, including my text documents. I mean, you don't see what's in there, but you see that I got those files there. Okay, I stopped the immediate g5, or at least I think I made it a lot less attractive. Now g5 I can take and play knight e5. That should be fine for black. And maybe he will go h4. That's strong medicine, really. So what to do against this kind of play? Yeah, everything that is not text related is chess. So what's going on here in this position? G5. I don't know if that is good though. Yeah, the video leak, yeah, the Caruana video leak. There's a question in the chat. I already had this question in the German show, unsurprisingly, and I can repeat that I don't think it has a huge relevance. I think that in particular when you look at actually what is on the video, you can quickly conclude that these things must have been part of Carlsen's preparation anyway, so it's just something that I think has no relevance whatsoever. At least if people deal with it with some sort of, let's say, a little bit of experience and seeing things in perspective. So what now? Take it? It is admittedly a little bit greedy to take, but I mostly wanted to get this opportunity to maybe use the queen and bishop on the long diagonal here. Like if he moves the knight to e4, I've got queen d5. Yeah, it's a good story, yeah? It's a good story. Yeah, in any case, if it was, I don't know, whatever, purposefully leaked or whatnot, it is a pretty much, it is pretty much sign of the times, yeah, that it would be pretty much unthinkable that something like that would be even filmed like 20 years ago, or very unlikely that this kind of thing could happen. I mean, let alone that there's no YouTube or anything 20 years ago, but I don't see, let's say, Team Kasparov allow cameras to be on any computer screen for whatever purpose. I don't really see that. But yeah, again, I don't think it's very relevant. In particular, because of what was on the screen. It was really, I mean, it's not a huge, I mean, we know that Carlsen has prepared for the Petrov. I mean, that is not something very surprising. And it's not very surprising that Caruana would have some files on the Petrov on the computer. I mean, that is kind of the most obvious thing ever. It would have been a different kind of story if the screen would show all kinds of wacky openings that Caruana might have as surprise weapons, and that now those openings wouldn't be surprises anymore. This is, I would say, this would be very relevant. Like, let's say, I don't know, yeah, they have an Alekhines defense prepared for whatever situation or so. That would be interesting, I think, because then certain surprises are not surprises anymore. But that Caruana has files on some Petrov lines is kind of, yeah. No, there's just no valuable info on the video. There isn't, simply. There was one Petrov line was on the screen there, but that is a line that has not yet been played by Caruana, but it is something that definitely will be part of Magnus's preparation. Yeah. So I really think there is not much in there that would change the course of events. In either way, I mean, if it is intentional, fake, whatnot, it just doesn't matter. If I would be either team, I mean, either team is wrong, yeah, because Caruana's team has more information about it. But the Team Carlsen, I would simply ignore the thing. Caruana always plays the Petrov. Yes, he's the Petrov specialist at the moment, together with all the Chinese players. Yes. Yeah, well played by Your Highness up to this point. I think actually I had my trade on d4 was a little bit untimely. It was a little bit badly timed. The same thing here actually. He's got queen to a4, which is a good move, which I did not see. Ah, come on. I don't want to get checkmated in this game. Ah, I'm sorry. Yeah, apologies to. I kind of to Lurkst in the chat. I actually somehow your name rang a bell, and now I know where I know the name from. I'm sorry. I just couldn't compute this so quickly. I've seen you on the other side. Okay. Anyway, Your Highness here has a slight advantage. A little bit more space. But I don't mind this all that much. My position is extremely compact, and sometimes there's this, you know, white has the space, but he has expanded. And I have rook e3, rook e2. Oh, there's an interesting discussion when to get up in the morning. It's an interesting question, right? We have people getting up at 11:30, but also going to bed at 6 in the morning. That's tough. Can I take this? I don't want to. We have Fuchsia stating 7 a.m. 7 a.m. is usually my time as well. Preventing rook e7, and I have the idea to go f5. Wait, I can actually take it, huh? Yeah, I can take the f-pawn. Uh, 7 a.m. I think is quite reasonable. I would actually like to get up at 6 a.m., but I don't see that working for me because I have to, like, if you take this day today, I'm doing this show until 10:30, and if I want to wake up at 6, yeah, that is just not doable. That is just too that's not enough sleep simply. Yeah, now I've got every single pawn on a dark square. That's nice. And I will win the G pawn. Yeah, it's an easy win. Yeah, 2 connected passes is too much. I shouldn't do those pre-move pre-move things. Okay. So thanks for the game, Your Highness. El Bucanero, I have played. Jack Hughes, I have not played. That's an underrated game. Is it 5 minutes? Yeah, it's 5. That was a wrong way to check. I can do this pre-move here. Okay, Alekines. Here we go. Yeah, that's bad news. I've looked at the 4 pawns attack like once in my life, and I forgot everything. That is probably That could end up as a problem. I think something like that is a theoretical line with this bishop f5 and then bishop g4, but I'm not sure, really not. I wonder, is there a d5? No, I can take f3, take e5. I know that f6 is a key idea for black here. I don't know. Maybe I can also go a5, a4. I have played the Alekhines in tournament chess, not so often, but I did once in a while, and I always hoped that nobody would ever play the 4 pawns attack and checkmate me. But it's one of those lines that is maybe not fantastic, but at the same time rather dangerous if the black player has absolutely no clue what's going on. We have an exclusively Indian chat, it seems, at the moment. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like my position, but maybe it's not too bad. Knight g3 maybe. Yeah, thanks for the friendly words, Kromnik student. Congratulating me on my new book. Okay, so what's going on here? I would like to get more pressure against the center. Something that I would like to play is the knight and then c5. I know, f6 maybe. Maybe f6. Maybe f6. Yeah, let's see. One thing is definitely in my favor. Jack use is taking a long time. Yeah, Fuchsia is right. Always play f6. That's the anti-Ben Feingold concept, who says never play f6. Okay, so how do I go about all this? I would need a bit more. I need the rook somehow for rook d8. The worst thing to improve your game, any common bad habits you notice when teaching? Well, not sure. There is something that I already mentioned in the German show. It was a different question, but it has the same answer. Or I would want to tell or talk about one particular thing. Yeah, that is interesting. I saw that and I wasn't sure what's happening here, but I think it's good for me. The bishop on b4 is a bit offside, but now, I mean, everything a piece is good. The knight is great. Yeah, this is helping me for sure. what I was mentioning in the German show is that I think one particular behavior is not really helpful, and that is to analyze your game with the engine and have this weird idea that you are playing terrible, because the engine will point out so many improvements. It will definitely show you some improvements, and it's good to see, but don't really don't really take it so hard if there are improvements, because the engine is just so fantastically strong that you will always see mistakes that you have made. In many cases, I think that nowadays we look at a game, and when we would have looked at that 20 years ago, we would have been happy with our play. And nowadays we switch on the engine, and the engine tells us, okay, that was bad, that was a blunder, whatever. And it does not mean that you're playing terribly. It just means that the engine is very, very strong. So don't be too hard on yourself. I'm really, if I'm looking at my games, I look at the computer, I want to know what is like objectively best. But very often it shows moves that I simply not even have considered, which means that, okay, I'm probably played badly or something, but you know, don't be too hard on yourself. Yeah? It's very important to have a human perspective still. Okay, that's a funny move. So knight here, c3, and probably this one, yeah. It should lead to a pretty comfortable advantage. Yeah, this is a line that I have discussed in my book. My keep it simple 1e4 repertoire. Not knight f6. Knight f6 is not in the book, but oh, that is surprising, really. Do I go b5 or do I take? I think I will take. So I'm a pawn up here now for pretty much nothing. The top 3 habits to actually improve your game consistently. I can tell you 2, and these 2 you will be absolutely told to do by every chess coach. Number 1 is look at your own games very thoroughly as possible for you. Do it without the engine first. Write it down. That is important, or put it in ChessBase or your database software, something like. You have to look at the game, and you have to absolutely write down what you're thinking. Yeah, absolutely. And then compare your written notes with what the engine is telling you. Yeah, this is very important that you write it down, because it is absolutely it will happen if you don't write it down, that you're cheating on yourself a little bit. Yeah, like I saw that what the engine, yeah, but you didn't, or you only saw half of it. So it is absolutely paramount that you write it down. Yeah, absolutely necessary to do so. And that's the first thing. The second thing is, what you should do is do a daily routine of solving tactics. Yeah, write down the lines. You should write down the analysis that you do. Not only think, like look at it and think, okay, I would have played this and that, but write it down. That makes it, that way you are absolutely sure you're not imagining that you have seen everything. Yeah. Okay. Now here I should win the ending if I'm fine. So, and then tactics exercise. The second one that you absolutely should do a daily regimen of tactics exercise. It's the same thing as staying physically fit. You should do it regularly. If at best at best you do it daily. If that is not possible, do it in some other regularity. Let's say you're commuting every single day to work 4 days a week, and just saying, and then do it the 4 days a week, but make it a habit to do that. Not just like once in a while look at 5 positions, but do it daily. Or I know some people do this during their bathroom breaks, let's say. Yeah, that is also a way to do it. Just you need some kind of regularity, and if you do that, you have an excellent you have an excellent start, let's say. And I would the third one is tricky. What is the third one? Those two are pretty much yeah, there's not much to discuss there. Yeah, but what is the third one? Yeah, playing games makes sense. I mean, you should definitely play because you need feedback from your games. The games are necessary to get a better idea what you're good at, what you're not so good at, and so on. So maybe this is number 3. Yeah, make sure that you get games in. There was one funny suggestion: play 200 bullet games a day. I'm absolutely, as a teacher, absolutely cool with people playing blitz within reason, but playing too much bullet I'm not a fan of. I mean, doing that once a while I think is probably okay. It hasn't damaged many top players of our times. But doing it too much, I'm a little bit skeptical about. The statement here, analyze with a friend, a training partner, yeah, agreed. That is also very useful to do. Okay, so what does he want to do? The check on G8, I guess. Oh, that's a bit of a bummer. Yeah, but it actually doesn't matter all that much. I can go to F4. Yeah, I have a training partner. I know I'm blundering A7, yeah, while talking. That's not a good thing to do. Should have prevented D4 here. Yeah, I'm just a little bit annoyed that I misplayed it in that pretty terrible fashion. No, it's not a draw. That is far too early to call. And that doesn't make sense at all. I think it's a case of Flagville, yeah. I'm such a moron. I played this really badly. Really badly. I was talking far too much there. Okay, so Priscilla is challenging me. Let's go, Priscilla. Yeah, good game, Pinikion. I mean, I gifted that away a little bit, but I just was so much focused on the questions. I didn't really look too closely. Playing the knight off. I don't know if that is a good idea for me. Yeah, I'm just going to be creative. No, it's not your fault. It's fine. I absolutely like to answer the question. It's just that, like, I wasn't really looking so close. Looking so closely to the game. What the heck, Priscilla? Okay, what I'm doing is I'm asking white. Oh, that is a very stupid idea that I have. I was thinking she cannot go knight f5 because the knight has no square after g6. There is a problem with that rationale. The problem is there is h4. Okay, that's not great. Anyway, what am I doing now? I would like to play maybe against the e4 pawn. But I cannot really get so much pressure against it. This one maybe, I don't think she will take. Yeah, that's probably not bad. I mean, the name is Priscilla. I'm not talking Priscilla he. That is a bit weird. Yeah, here white is definitely somewhat better. Yeah, okay. What is white's idea? This one, okay. Okay, I'm going to stop b4. Yeah, probably I should try to trade the e7 bishop on c5. It's a really odd position with those pawns. I mean, I would like to get the f pawn in motion, but I have to do it with the king being on e8, and that is extremely risky. That's extremely risky. Not something that I'm particularly happy about. White is playing that quite well. Finnish knows no genders. Really? Interesting. I didn't know that. So that is not a good position. She's taking with the bishop. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't seem so dangerous to me. Crumbling Student already have bought ChessBase 15. Already gotten it. Yeah, I don't really know what exactly is included in Big Base. I have been using Megabase for forever, basically, and if you have the subscription for ChessBase magazine, which I also have, you can update Megabase every year for, I don't know, 30 euros or something inexpensive. So I basically always had Megabase and never the big database. And I cannot really tell you if ChessBase 15 is somehow a huge improvement, because I have bought it, I have installed it, I haven't used it. Basically. Didn't have time yet to check it out. I bought it and didn't use it yet because, I mean, they had this, that's the queen, Priscilla. They had a discount there, that is when I got it. It's also not totally obvious if you need ChessBase or not. I mean, for many purposes nowadays you have online resources that are completely fine. No, I never even taught a novice. And someone who's at novice level at 30 years going to master level, I think is very rare, or never happens really. Yeah, thanks for the game, Priscilla. She resigned. Okay, who else? Sandra B's Revenge. Oh, it's funny. And Gambit 7. Yeah, I tried to play Gambit 7 a little bit earlier, but somehow the game did not start. So, come on. Gambit 7. I don't think g5 is a particularly great idea against bishop c4. That doesn't work, yeah. Okay. Knight e5. Is that a move? Yeah, I was thinking I just take it, huh? If the queen takes, I take f7 and so on. Yeah, rook h7 was what I expected actually, but it was not played. So if I take b7, no. I actually like this move. I don't know if it is hopeless for an amateur to reach master level 30 plus years. I mean, hopeless, impossible, these are always very strong words, but I think the likelihood that it is possible is just low, because also in some ways it's not very, in some ways it's just not something that is going to be very practical often. At that age, yeah, you have probably family, you have a job. It's maybe a different kind of story if you don't have to worry about many things, yeah, like if you are financially completely independent and things like that. That is definitely very helpful, so that you can focus on chess. But it's not a very common scenario, of course. Okay, so the only thing I have to really avoid him is that my queen could get trapped, but I don't think he doesn't have a good way to attack it. It's actually quite good on f5. He might have the check now and then go knight g4 or something. I mean, I'm up full rook, right? Yeah, I'm up a rook. I'm up a rook. c6. That's a pretty cool positional move there. What is he going for here? Not sure what the purpose is. Of c6. Yeah, Crumb student says, is it the question is it worth putting time into to become a candidate master when you're 40? You know, that is something that everybody has to decide for themselves. It's just like, I mean, in chess, a difference in chess compared to some other things that you could, oh, I think I accidentally accepted non-premium. It's in chess, we have the thing with the rating, you know, you can absolutely, or with the titles like candidate master, you can very accurately measure how good a person plays. And that is not so much the case in some other endeavors. Let's say you decide to learn a musical instrument late in life. And I mean, I have no clue. I don't play any instrument, but I think it is probably also much easier to do so as a kid. But if you play an instrument, it's not possible to measure really how good you are. It's a matter of, maybe sometimes a matter of taste, or like you can rather say relative to your age or to your progress, you're already good, and you don't have this clear comparison. Yeah, and it really doesn't matter all that much. It matters if you can get pleasure from the activity. It's the same thing. Everybody would love to play, love to be a grandmaster, but are you willing to put in the time? Are you willing to put in the dedication and so on? And people don't really are, most of the time. So what I'm trying to say is, everybody has to decide for themselves if they want to invest the time, and it is not a matter of really getting to a certain rating. If you have fun to be on a certain level in chess, it's fine. I mean, it's fine. Yeah, I'm wondering what ABB65 is doing now. Yeah, the F5 idea I'm not a fan of in this line of the Alekhines, I have to agree. My plan is now knight h3 to f4, and that is not fun. How much time does a master spend a day on average? That's tough to tell. Like master level play would be roughly 2,100, 2,200. You will definitely have many people who don't work at all, but they have worked in the past. They are not just doing it. They're not doing it at the moment, but they have acquired a certain knowledge, certain skill over time, and this is something that you also have to take into account. It's not, sometimes it's there are two things: getting to the level and then keeping it. Keeping it is probably a little bit easier. Yeah, black is doing okay here, right? He defended this well. Oh, I don't think you can say that. There's a question. Guy says he's 2000 roughly feeder and 17 years old. How much training a day do you think is required to get an IM? No, you cannot quantify that. It's just not possible. It depends also on, I mean, how much training did it take you to get to that level and so on. It's tough to say. Yeah, this is really not much that I have here. Somehow I didn't get anything. Black is perfectly fine. I don't know if black is better, but I think he's okay. The amount of time is also indeed in some way there is this thing called talent, yeah, that is just something that exists. Yeah, people are not the same. Some are quicker in grasping certain things, some take longer, and there are many differences. And I know people who have an extremely high playing level without having put in much work, and now we're getting to it in terms of, like, let's say reading books, but they might have played a lot, gone to tournaments a lot, things like that. There are just so many different things that can be part of the playing strength. You can even be relatively limited in talent if you have an excellent work ethic. That is a talent in itself, that you are able to put in lots of work. It's not like everybody is able to do that. Some people simply don't have that discipline, that kind of let's say stamina, yeah, to just keep on learning and so on. So it is a question that cannot be answered with a clear it doesn't have a clear answer. That's what I'm trying to say. Probably unsuccessfully. Yeah, this is not good here, this position. While chatting away, I really didn't make any headway. And that is a very positive, very euphemistic way to say it. Tournaments actually help one improve. Yeah, sure. You need to play a lot. If you are especially junior players, I think they should play a lot. You have the energy. Yeah, you can do that. Play game after game after game, and that is something that won't be so easy when you're a bit older. You know what I'm doing here? I have no clue. It just I have no advantage whatsoever, and I don't really even see how to set him any sort of serious problem. This is probably not great, but yeah, you don't like the atmosphere in chess tournaments. Yeah, well, that is something that I do understand. I really do. You've got all kinds of weird people. Yeah. It is, of course, completely drawn, or drawish, let's say. If anybody, black is better. Okay, that wasn't good. Yeah, aber ABB65 played this well. Where me it is aber, yeah, from Sweden. Yeah. Okay, Don G. Who else? Or Win3 and Doho Chess. Doho Chess usually kicks my butt, so let's accept him. Let's see. 1 against 4, that's not good. I've got 1 point, he's got 4 points here in our games. Yeah, this is a good line for black. I think quite reasonable choice. Let's see. Yeah, I expected that, but couldn't really do much about it. Yeah, I mean, I do understand if you say you don't like the atmosphere in tournaments. I do agree that it is sometimes really, yeah, it's sometimes really a bit odd. Yeah, people act in a weird way, and yeah, I do understand. This is something that is also sometimes deterring me from playing. I really think like, okay, do you really want to spend your time there with some weird people? That I think it is both in some way it is probably what chess players are about, to be a little bit nerdy, but there are sometimes people who are downright weird. Yeah, like what's going on there. Okay, so I cannot go to d2 anymore. Yeah, I probably should have gone to b2 instead of d2. Anyway, I don't know. I somehow have problems with this person. Yeah, thanks for the good feedback, Don, in the chat. As he likes my products. Yeah, black has a very reasonable game here with more space. H4, there's already knight f4, maybe. It's just a terrible position, really. Yeah, playing a lot is mostly, I mostly think about classical time controls. That's what we still play nowadays, most of the time. Yeah, nee, he's just outplaying me here. I don't know. I hate this position. This is also bad, but I don't know what to do. It's just terrible. He completely outplayed me here. He usually does. He usually does. I'm not quite sure. I just have have really serious problems against this player. which is a little bit, it's rare that I have these kind of problems with a regular IM. Yeah, we'll lose on time as well. Yeah, and he completely killed me. That was a nicely played game. The opening didn't go well, and then I made some stupid moves. And particularly this is very stupid. Bishop d2 is a very bad move. Because the b6 is a good and simple reply, and then I've got problems. Okay, yeah, thanks for the game, Doro Chess. I got a challenge by WGM Lazumioa. That's a difficult to pronounce name. Okay. Yeah, there are a couple of Caro-Kann books around. There's the book recommended by Fuchsia is okay. It's a bit older. There are some new books. There's a book by Bologan, a book by Fernandez. I mean, I think they're all kind of okay, but it's hard for me to tell what is if one of them is better than the other. That is what I'm trying to say unsuccessfully. I don't have the Bologan book, by the way, so that I cannot really say, but the Fernandez book makes a good impression. It also depends a bit on what variations you are more interested in. Yeah, Schelling also has a video series on the Caro, right? That's definitely an option. Yeah, perpetual stalemate. Yeah, you're right, yeah. He said that Rex Singfield made pronouncing women's names easy if you know their hair color. Yeah, that's kind of, yeah, I really think we should be beyond this kind of behavior, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Yeah, here I'm trying to get counterplay, of course, with f5. It's my position is slightly exposed, but I need to take some caution because I'm a little bit loose. There, it's a bit loose. Yeah, this is something that I thought about, but didn't think it would be so dangerous, to be honest. I don't think the stream is down. It doesn't give me any message in that regard. And rook g8 next. That should be dangerous. f4 won a piece. I could win a piece? Really? I mean, I'm playing maybe a tad too quickly, but I don't think there was a piece that I could have taken. Would be surprising. There just wasn't much going on, you know. Where was a piece? Ah, you mean here f4? That's true. Yeah. That's absolutely true. So yeah, I was not tactically alert enough. Knight f4 doesn't work. That's a bummer. Okay, so do we... Maybe I can provoke some weaknesses there. Queen h4. Yeah. Queen h4 doesn't threaten anything, unfortunately. How does she cope with that now? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Rook h4 is close to working. Yeah, I had a couple of interesting options for sure. I don't see a direct way to kill white. So I'm making some useful moves and then reconsider. The knight should be closer. Like to f6 would be good. That's not a good idea. When I move it, I have to stay on that diagonal here. That's not so easy. Yeah, whatever. It's not... okay. She wants to go to b4. Pawns going backwards is not a good idea. People might call the arbiter. Okay, so what's going on here? f4 is hanging a couple of times. And where is the queen going? I can take this, huh? Don't see why not. I'm threatening rook f1 mate is an important thing. This is why white now will have to lose a move again. A tempo, I mean. And that is not going to end well, I think. So let's keep this one. And now off to c2. One rook traded is going to be decisive. Oops. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for the game, Lazomior. Always difficult to pronounce. Okay, so oops, who else do we have? Bouncy Aguilar, Battery Bob, Dare Walker. Dare Walker, I haven't played Dare Walker, right? He wanted to play, I think. He was in the German session, but we didn't get to play, so yeah, that's no. And bishop doesn't work. Okay, so shouldn't do all those pre-moves. They can be tricky at the end. Nowadays, people really know too much theory, right? Who plays this kind of stuff? I don't know if knight g3 is a good idea. He somehow moves everything backwards. That's a bit strange. Yeah, normally if you go this knight d1, you put this onto f2 later. Now, I tried to go g4, of course, and here's a position that this piece placement is not really great to counter h5, g4 once he has castled. So I'm kind of curious, maybe he does not want to castle. Yeah, it's always fun in the King's Indian that you push all the pawns. Oh wow, that's not good, I think. I mean, it is definitely dangerous also for white to allow g3, but it's not something that he could prevent, I think. This is going to be more of an issue. Yeah, knight f3 he wants to play. I'm mostly playing here for tempi. If he takes it, pawn takes, queen takes, knight f4, and then queen g5. I thought that would be a great way to get some tempi, but we'll see. He has to take. There's no way that letting the pawn live will work. Oh. That was one idea of knight to f4. That was very dangerous for white, I think, the way it was. Okay, thanks for the game, dear Walker. Is there anybody else on? I haven't played at all. Amigo Alex I played earlier, right? Yeah. Sid the Kid. Yeah, why not? Yeah, no move by Sid the Kid. Okay. Okay, now we have a couple of other challenges that I can accept. So Shadow Maid, I don't think I have played Shadow Maid all that much lately. I've got 3 games against them, but these are, I think, a while ago. Okay, let's go classical. Oh, I think pre-moves. I saw that one. I didn't want the Queen's Gambit accepted. Okay, so very solid position for white. Even a3 makes some sense here to prevent knight b4. That is a surprising move. I wouldn't have expected it. I wouldn't have, that's bad English. I did not expect the move. I'm trying to play bishop g6, trade off white's most dangerous bishop. Yeah, well, let's prevent bishop g5. That's a good thing. Okay. What's the queen doing? Yeah, maybe regroup. Yeah, that looks fine. I think I should be in good shape here. Every single piece is active, and white doesn't have a really great way to improve the position. I mean, I have some good pressure on the pawn. Oh, now he goes back. Okay. But the c-file, I mean, I'm threatening already discoveries. Huh. What is he trying to do? Really not sure about it. Sacrifice on h6? That won't work. Maybe be flexible there. Yeah, I don't really want to trade heavy pieces now that I think of it. But anyway, it's a comfortable position, and you sometimes just need to do play normal moves and then let the other guy blunder, you know. Can I take on d4 here? It's close. I don't think I can. But I'm fine here, really. I don't really mind to trade. The endings here, just with minor pieces, white is okay, but I can still play. Oh, that I'm quite happy about. Yeah, I'm quite happy about the minor piece trades. Now, how to continue here? Yeah, I'm playing just a slow improvement move. Didn't see anything great that I could play. Yeah, maybe the queen to d5. Yeah, but Fuchsia should have no real information about Ponciani for blonde. She's red-haired, right? If the picture is correct. Yeah, the 3 daily games that I post on YouTube, I do understand. I couldn't really do anything. I was just working too much. But I'm now finished with the projects, and I will do something on YouTube, but I'm not really certain yet what exactly. There's also the World Championships, but it's kind of, you know, if you think about it, everybody is doing a video or doing videos, and many annotators are doing such a great job. I really feel, I mean, I can do a video on every game, but you can also watch Svidler or Grishuk or whoever is doing it, and this is kind of cool. So I don't really feel I'm doing something that adds a lot of value if I'm doing a commentary on the World Championships games. Yeah, Shadow Mate resigned. I got Queen F2 next and Knight G3, which is mate or wins the queen. Okay, challenge here by the drunken lawyer. He wisely waited until I'm 2 hours and 50 minutes into the session. Okay. What is he doing? You know, what I think is I had excellent timing with the T, because that's the end of the T. It's really tasty. This is gunpowder tea. Okay, so what are you doing, TDL? Knight BD7. Where is the knight going? Banter Blitz would be something different without Schelling foreplaying and Fuchsia commenting. Yeah, well, you can always add new things. I mean, I could play in a wick or something. I probably won't do that. Okay, so I know what he wants to do. Wanted to play a5, so I'm just stopping this and see what's next. Black is not easily Yeah, maybe knight. I wonder about knight a4. Maybe he can really just take the a5 pawn. Yeah, this is really not leading too much, honestly. He might have had knight e3 there. Maybe. Intermediate move. Yeah, here black is equal, I guess. But we'll see how he plays it. Taking and queen b8 maybe. Okay. Okay, so what he wants to do is he wants to trade everything down. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't really matter all that much. Forced a draw says I have an official request. What is your request? Tell dodgy, I don't get it. Maybe it's not that was not meant for me, that statement. Okay, so here's the idea. Yeah. Queen f1, that's annoying. Yeah, he defended this very well. Really well. Yeah, I wonder what he is up to now. Oh, you want to trade? Okay. I don't mind that all that much. I just wonder what to do now. I should probably get this to g5. Yeah, and now this is not so easy. Now it is getting interesting. I got bishop c8 now on the cards. This one. Yeah, I'm a little bit better if I take. I just wonder if it is a good decision. Yeah, bishop f3. Okay, bishop f3 is also possible. That's still not so easy for him. And now I can take. And king to f4. This is going to be bad for black. Check. Now bishop h3 is possible. I'm not sure if this is the best way though to play. Like bishop h3 can go bishop e4 and take d5. I will be better there, but I'm not totally sure that I'm winning. Bishop c2. Let's go in the slow way. Yeah, I could have played f3, bishop h3 definitely, but I'm not sure. Okay. And now, my idea was to take on a6. Yeah, okay. I mean, he has e5, but I think I get too many passes at the end. Oops. What? I didn't really look at this. I was looking at the chat. I basically pre-moved that. Oh, come on. How lucky can you be? That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, come on. Come on. You take this and I don't look at this and automatically play b5. I just do this and you resign, Stefan. Anyway. Okay. That was a cool way to play. I mean, I was looking at the chat really and didn't look at the move. I was just thinking he would take anyway. Anyway, so that was the final game of the session, and I'm happy that we had many viewers today. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah. Schelling, we played that Hand and Brain on ChessCube. It's been a long while ago, like 2011 probably, 2012, something like that. Okay, anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the show. I'll be back online for 2 Banter sessions next week, but it will be on Friday because on Wednesday there will be a World Championship match game. So we are switching to the Friday again because that is the only feasible free day in that week where I could play. Yeah, thanks a lot. Bye bye. Have a good day and a good week.